Good morning. So I wanted to do a van life morning routine just so you can see what it's like. So I'll just show you how I get up. I literally just woke up and I had my camera ready for when I got up. I'll show you what it looks like, my view this morning. We're parked just off a main road on kind of a side road, and that's my view this morning. So you have an idea, parking on the street. Okay, so you gotta go down this ladder. It's kind of cold. Then I got my van slippers. Put those on because I got hardwoods and cold on your feetsies. And then remember that waste bottle I talked about? Well, you don't always feel like going to a cafe, so I'm gonna use that. If you'd please hold for one moment. Okay, I'm all set. Thank you for holding. So when I jump down, use the bathroom, and then you gotta, this ladder's kind of in the way, so you kind of just put it away. There we go, it's put away. So then the rest of the video I'll show you going through brushing my teeth, making some breakfast, making some coffee, and today I'm gonna go for a run, which, don't get any ideas, I don't go for a run every day, but because you guys are watching, I'm gonna go for a run, and that way you guys can see what I do after I exercise, how I towel off and things like that, and then get ready for the rest of the day when you don't have a shower to go to right away and you still have to show up for work. So it's about 6:30 right now. I'm gonna go for a run, so if you'd please hold, I'll see you in a moment. Okay, so I'm back for my run. I obviously had to set up the camera, so I didn't really just walk in the door, but hope it looked good. Anyways, I'm gonna take my shoes off. I also wanted to point it out, you might notice my wetsuit is still up. I went surfing yesterday, and so you just have to leave it up and dry it. I have a towel down here too because it drips on the floor, and then I'll hang that towel up, and eventually probably today I'll put it in. I have a dry bag right here, if you can see it, and so I'll throw that in there and it kind of stays tucked away, but you still have to dry things. So take my shoes off and we'll move on to toweling off, which I know you're waiting for. So this is me untying my shoes. Okay, so now I'm still pretty sweaty. I don't know if you can see. You probably can't, it's kind of hard. But so what I'll do is take off my shirt. So that's that, don't look at me. But then I actually use this same shirt. I'll run with it a couple times, but I actually just use it to kind of wipe off. And then this is like really glamorous, so I know you guys are really liking this. But really, I know it's not the most glamorous thing, but this is really what it's like. And when you're in the van and have to go to work in a while, you just do what you got to do. So that's part of it. And then after I do that, I'll throw this back up on the hook, and then I'm going to take my lower parts and wipe down a little bit. So I'll pause the video for a second, and then get changed, and we'll move on to making some breakfast. So as you can see, it's a little bit tight over here. This is my closet, and I'm parked kind of on a slant, so the drape is leaning a little bit, so it makes it a little tighter. But today we're going to make some oatmeal. I'm not going to show you the whole thing, but just a quick overview. Firstly, I had to go outside to turn on the propane tank, and then we're going to use the stove And then sometimes if I'm not going to make a full meal, I usually keep a lot of fruits and vegetables, so bananas, oranges, apples, things. They keep really well in the van, and they're super quick and easy to eat instead of having to like cook up some oatmeal. So here we go. The next thing is I have my pans stored in here. And another point is I made some soup with this last night, and I had a little bit of water to rinse it out, but it still has soup residue, so getting used to reusing the same pan makes life a lot easier, instead of having washing things, because I'm just going to make some oatmeal, so there's really no harm in it. And I got my oatmeal in here. I can make a video more about cooking later, but I'll set this up, get that going. Okay, you might have noticed I put the oatmeal back, but I've got it in the pot now and all the fixings, and now I'm gonna light the stove. So it's a propane burner, and when I first started using this, I'd never really used gas burners or propane. So you have to get used to lighting the grill, which isn't a big deal at all, and then also filling up your propane tank. The first time I did it, I was kind of nervous, didn't know what I was doing, but you actually just take it to a place and they'll refill it for you, so it's really not a big deal if you're worried about that at all. And if you have more questions about that, I'd be happy to answer them, but again, not a big deal. Please don't blow yourself up. Sometimes it doesn't light right away, but just make sure to turn the burner off. Just don't blow your van up, please, for my sake, or your family's, things like that. But okay, we're gonna cook the oatmeal, I'll eat the oatmeal, and I'm gonna show you I go on to brushing my teeth, and then it should be time for work. So, please hold. Okay, oatmeal's eaten. Another point about that is I wiped the pan out a little bit, but there's still some oatmeal residue, so I'll usually use it at least a few times before I wash it, and I'll either take it to my work or to a friend's house or something like that, and then so it's in there waiting to be used again. And then next I'm gonna brush my teeth. So I have this little spit cup that helps, so I can spit the toothpaste, and then I use some water to rinse my mouth. But I've got my toiletry cabinet in here. I don't know how well you can see it, but then I just have toothbrush, toothpaste. I'll brush my teeth and then show you I'll spit it out and what I do with that. So here we go. Okay, toothbrush, spit cup, little more brushing. Do a rinse. Okay, teeth brushed. I use the spit cup, I rinse my mouth out, and then I have a lot of towels that I use, but that helps to like wipe off your toothbrush, and then you can just throw these into the wash when you do a load of laundry. Looks a little bit different day to day depending, but it's really pretty similar to getting up in a regular house, and then but there's just some little quirks along the way. So I hope this was helpful, and it gives you a little bit more insight onto what it's really like living in the van. So I'll see you next time, and please comment and like this. Subscribe if you're interested in following my journey. I'll keep posting videos more regularly. I also have the blog you can check out, and I'm going to write some articles about other things. So again, thank you, and I'll see you guys next time.